All right. First off, if you saw the video title, it's YouTube. I have to be a little bit hyperbolic to try to get people's attention. Not that I'm doing this for fame or whatever. Fame would be nice, but more so I'm doing this so that people could they can get this information, they can hear it, and they might change how they go about life or something like that, and it may benefit them in a way to where they have a more prosperous life. So, what I am here to talk about today is why you need a relationship. And I'm not here to tell you like emotionally or nothing like that. I'm here to tell you why you need a relationship financially. Um, and again, you shouldn't just hop into something because there's a financial gain from it, but you should make this one of the reasons. Like, if you are in a relationship and things are going good, things are nice or something like that, this could be how you could change how things are going, how you could improve upon your relationship, do things a little bit better, or something like that. So this is why you need a relationship financially. So where I am going to break this down from a number standpoint, but just to start, there is no other situation in this like world where you're really going to be working with somebody towards the exact same goal of just, I don't know, like whatever. Relationships, you guys are working towards the same goal in most cases. So like take for instance, you can get a roommate and stuff like that. But is your roommate going to work with you towards saving for a house? Is your roommate going to contribute with you towards saving for a house? Is your roommate going to support you if you want to do a different oh, it's two little cute dogs outside the window. But if is your roommate going to support you if you want to, I don't know, take 6 months off to or just go from full-time work, take 6 months off, go to part-time work, and go out and get a trade or a skill or something that'll bring in more money down the line? The answer to that is more often than not, no. So that's the reason that I'm making for this video. And if you don't like that, I'm just saying, just bear with me. Hear some of the numbers. Hear what I'm trying to say to you. And I think you might feel a little bit differently about that and about how we see stuff like minimum wage and stuff like that. I'm not here to argue what is a fair minimum wage. I will say that I think states and city districts should pick wages and not the federal government. But that's a different story. Why I say that is because $10 in bumfuck nowhere is a lot more than $10 in New York City. So like there's a price difference there. But to start, I want to use Chicago as an example because Chicago is what I'm familiar with. That's where I'm from. And I see New York City and California, like LA, I kind of see those as like runaway districts and stuff where, like, if you are, a minimum wage worker or something like that, you probably shouldn't be there. But that is based off limited knowledge. I don't live there. I have not lived there. I don't know how expensive it is. But I know that Chicago is ranked one of the most expensive cities to live in. And that's not a lie. There's a lot of hidden costs and stuff on the back end. But parking tickets for one. They give out parking tickets like candy. But I wanted to start with Chicago because Chicago has a $15 minimum wage, which we have seen pushed into the the atmosphere a lot. We've seen that. And I wanted to talk about Chicago has an expensive expensive rent. So using this example, I want to talk about what somebody would spend in Chicago. So if you started with a base rate of $15 an hour and you work 40 hours a week, so in a 4-week period, you have 160 hours. That shouldn't be too crazy to anybody. That's just 40 hours times 4 weeks. That's 160. You would make $2,400. Now, we have something that sucks to suck, but we have taxes. So for taxes at about this rate and stuff, from my experience, you're going to be giving up about 20% of your income in taxes. So once I chop out that 20%, we are now at, so that's $480 We are now at $1,920 for a 4-week income. Um, from there, I just want you guys to understand this. If you were living by yourself, first off, you have to get like a crappier place because that's the only way you can really afford it. You have to take the full brunt of all of the bills. So if you were trying to stay at a place that was, you just want a decent neighborhood or something, where you feel a little bit safe. Let's say I was staying in a 1-bedroom. Let's say you're paying what I was paying, which was $950. That's a big chunk of your money gone. $950, you're down to like what, $870, I believe. No. You're down to $970, which again, you know, when you can't factor in food and stuff like that, you can still make it. You can still save money and have a good time. But you're not going to be able to do as much as you can with another person. And that's why it's kind of important. This is why relationships have historically been important, where we pair up and we make ourselves better off by doing so, because you have two people working towards one goal. So it gets split in half in different ways. Historically, women would do like, they would be home care people. They'd take care of the children and stuff like that. That's valuable in itself. But now in the more modern area, we do, I think like 77% of mothers contribute to the household income, either part-time or full-time. So in this case, let's say you guys are not married. You guys are not, you guys don't have kids, but you guys do have a hopeful future together. You move in together. Let's see what that'll be looking like. Let's say you guys want a nicer apartment. It could be a 1-bedroom, which would, I think, for about $1,200, it'll get you a pretty nice 1-bedroom. Or you can get like a okay $1,200 2-bedroom, where you might have like not the best appliances, or you'll be in like a decent enough neighborhood, but you also, it doesn't look too nice. Like it might feel really city blockish. If you have been to Chicago, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're not from Chicago, just kind of expect like, just take it how I'm trying to say it. Like you might get like not so up to date countertops and stuff like that. It probably not the best place you want to live in for your whole life. But taking that $1,200 rent, whether you get a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom, you two are working together, and you guys are both working for this, you guys are both working full-time for minimum wage, so $15. You're not getting any more than that, $15. That takes your rent from $1,200, or I mean from like $900 and something, or 1,000. That brings it down to $600, and that extra money is just money that is gonna go to something else. Not only that, you get to split your utilities and all of that other stuff. So taking that example of you two working together, and you're living in a 600, and you're splitting the rent for $600 a piece, you're $1,920. That's the amount after taxes. That's your 4-week income after taxes. You have, I'm going to just throw off the big bills off of here. We got $600 to rent. We're going to do $175 to food, which, if you do like that, like, I'm not going to try to tell everybody to be like super frugal or frugal mom. That's a YouTube channel, I'm just saying. But like do super frugal stuff like that. But a lot of the times people say like you can eat for less. You can eat as a grown adult for less. And this is half of the food bill. So this is saying that this food bill would be $350 for 2 people, which I think like $350 a month for 2 people. That's just groceries and stuff like that. I think that's fair. And then you're taking on half of that. So that is $600 for rent, $175, which is your half of the food. And then we're going to do about $80 for utilities, a total of $160. But again, with that split, we're doing it down to $80. I was in the city. I was able to get some pretty good internet for $45, and then I worked from home, and my internet bill. So I was at home 40 hours or plus a week, and my internet bill for that time was about $50. So I'm gonna say I had $45 internet. It's great. I did a review on that earlier in my channel. It's Xfinity prepaid, but $45 internet, $50 electricity bill. So what's that? $95. And then if you do heat and gas is included for me, but I can imagine that you're probably not going to be using that much heat, especially on average, like with those cooler months and stuff like that. So I'm just going to call that the total of that 160. So you're spending $80 on utilities. Once you add up those core things, those big bills, rent, food, utilities, and stuff like that, you have $1,065 left over to work with. And not just you have $1,065, your partner has $1,065 to work with. Now, I am not the person to try to tell you, you cannot go out and have fun. Everybody deserves to have a little bit of fun in their life. Everybody wants to have fun. Nobody wants to work just to work and then be 20 years down the line and then they're like, oh, yeah, now that I got everything, now I'll go have fun and I've wasted all of my youth. No. So what of that 1065 that you got left, let's say you put $565 every 4-week period. And funny thing, if the year was broken down into just 4-week period, we have 13 months. So if that's just to do the math, it's 52 weeks in a year. If you divide by 4, it's 13. So you got 13 full 4-week periods. And if you took out of that 1065 and you did 565 towards savings regularly, so that's every 4 weeks you are putting away $565, at the end of the year, you would have saved $7,345. And not only will you have saved that money, your partner would have also saved that exact amount. So what you guys are doing, if you're two lovely individuals who love each other and you're off on the road to marriage, family, and stuff like that, that $14,690 that you two are collectively saving a year, that's great. You're ready. You're on your way. You just in that 1 year, you two just got ahead of most Americans. In that 1 year, you just saved about $15,000. And then if you want to go do first time homeowners thing, you want to get a 3.5%, you want to save up some more, I personally would recommend that you save up some more just to have that cushion. You can do down payment, closing costs, and then you can furniture and stuff like that. All of that stuff. You got to move, U-Haul, all that stuff. I would recommend if you could keep this going for 3 years, you would be at what 15 times 3, you'll be at over 40 grand. And that's just savings. Now you have $500 every month. This is your do whatever money. You have $500 to go out to a restaurant. If you want to go out to a restaurant a week, what's that, like $50? And this is both of you guys. You two together both have $1,000 to do whatever every month. This can be gas. This can be rent. This could be gas. It could be insurance on your car. I don't recommend you get a car payment and stuff like that, especially around this stuff, unless you two are just going to jointly share that car and it works out in your schedule and stuff like that. But I would not recommend just adding more to your bills, because then that takes away from your savings and it just slices your budget down. So this is $500 you personally have to do whatever you want. If you guys are looking at everything collectively, you guys have $1,000 every month to do whatever you want with. And I would say with that 565, until you guys, I would say that you as an individual should be putting that in your own savings account. They're putting that into their own savings account. And then at the and if you guys want to have a house or something, then that's when you guys just bring y'all money forth, because relationships end. But being in this relationship, if you did it for a year, you just saved the money. You just kind of got the game. You just did that. And now you might be thinking like, oh, I want to travel and stuff like that. Life's not all about saving money and being a hermit crab and collecting this and that. I want to propose to you the idea of using your yearly tax refund as a yearly, or as a you can break it into 3 pieces, or you could do one big vacation every year that you and your spouse go on and that you just freaking love. So of that $480 you've been getting taken out of your taxes, I got like this one hair hanging. It's like It's annoying. But of that $480 that's been taken out of your check every 4-week period, you've spent $6,240 in taxes. Of course, you're not going to get that all back in a tax return. Unfortunately, I wish you could. But let's just say you got back, I don't know. Let's just say you didn't even get back the whole thing. Let's just say you got back 50% would be $3,120. I want to do 40%, but let's just say of that amount, you got back $2,700. This is $2,700 you got back, and $2,700 your partner should get back. So that's a combined total of $5,400 that you guys are getting back from the $12,000 or whatever you guys paid in taxes together. You're getting back $5,400. This is the money that it's not just free, go blow it off money, but this is money. This is money to, hey, we paid all our bills, we saved, we did a good amount. Let's go have some fun. Let's go get a trip. Or maybe like, oh, we put this money together. Maybe it's time to get a used car that got low mileage, is pretty good. You know, it's around that safe point. Maybe we get something a couple of years older. This is something that we're going to use to make more money or something like that. Or this could be like, let's stash it away. Like, we got this money back. Let's dump it in. We going all in on this house or whatever. And now this system, this works if you want to do something like own a home, if you want to build up to that. I said you guys would be saving about $14,000 a year, you know. $14,000 a year, you want to do that for 2-3 years. Maybe you want to leave Chicago. Maybe you want to go somewhere else. I was using Chicago for this example, but what I'm trying to say is the point of this video is you being in a relationship is like the way. It's like the gold mine to financial success, and like just working, having that financial partner who has the same goals, who wants to do stuff like that with you, who does this other stuff. That just sounds like a really good way to get stuff done. What I will say is don't just jump into this because you're just like, oh, it'll save so much money, you know, and you got to know that the person you're with is the right person. They're not going to mooch off of you, or they might not save as much as you, but they have to be contributing something. Like if they're going to do, maybe they only save $230 every 4-week pay period, but that's something. And you guys are building towards that same goal. And that is why I just think like you should be in a relationship. It just seems like it made sense throughout human history, and then especially in the modern era where everybody's working, everybody's trying to get ahead to get that piece of the pie. I just think that really works. And my budgeting and stuff like that, it seems very fair. I'm not telling you to go out and only eat beans and rice and don't have fun and pay all of this off. I'm telling you, you can save a good amount, have money to go out and have fun, and use this money, this yearly tax income, this yearly tax return. You can go out and use that money to go and have a trip. You can go see the world. Plane tickets. I just traveled this year. Plane tickets to Arizona cost me $118. And then I got like a hotel and stuff like that. I spent less than $600 just on getting a rental car, a hotel room, and plane tickets. So that $2,700 might not even all get used. And that's just $2,700 per person. It might not all get used, you know? And even if you don't get it back as much as 40% of your taxes, you might even get back less than that. But that's just extra money. That's money to take a trip. Go out, go see the States. Go get your passport or something. You might want to go to Mexico or something. You can do that. But I just had the math here on this little notebook, just in case anybody was wondering. But go out and do that. The best thing you can do is just have financial literacy, make a budget, make a plan, and always keep working towards something. And this one is really good. You may not even be able to save $565. Maybe you want to have an extra $165 because that's your insurance payment and car note or something. Even if you're saving $400 every 4-week period, that comes out to $5,200 a year. That's extra money. You do that for And then if your partner's doing that, that's $10,400 you're saving together every year. Go live a life. And then especially if you're in your, you could start this at 25. You want to save up like this for, I don't know, 7 years, and then start having children or something around the 32-year mark. But you built something. You built a safety net for your children. You built stuff. You're ready. You're out here. You're doing good. 7 years of saving like that, you're doing better than most people. And you'll get your slice of the pie. But I'm pretty sure nobody's going to see this video. If they do, great. Thank you. If you made it to this point, you're awesome. You can subscribe or stuff like that. I post content not on a regular basis. I just kind of talk about whatever I want to talk about. I am open to suggestions, but I'm not at the point where anybody is, I don't have enough of an audience to where anybody can give me suggestions. Or where I can regularly get suggestions. But I think I'm going to end this video. What I'm going to say is save like you have the next 50 years, because, you know, you more than likely do have another 50 years to build towards something. Also, I could say that you could dump in your yearly tax return, or a portion of it. You could just dump that into stocks and stuff, so that that's growing at the average of like 4 to 8%, stuff like that. If you want to just dump it into an index fund and have something towards retirement. Oh, and with the children thing, the last note, if you saved $150 every month, and this is like on a 12-month thing. So like if you saved $150 every month for 18 years for your kid, I think that you'd have like $32,000 around the time that they wanted to go to college. And that's not with like an interest rate or anything. Like if you put it in a high yield savings account, that's just like basic money. So if you plan stuff out and you do it in real time and you're just planning for the future, it's so much easier than trying to be like, oh, I got to get the money for my baby. I got to do this and that. That's how I'm planning things out. But wherever you are, thank you for making it to this point. Have a great rest of your day, and I wish you a great rest of your life. I'm going to end the video here. Peace. Oh, fuck.